good morning and welcome to ITB Berlin 2026. I'm joined here by Matt, CEO of Mews. Matt, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
Thank you. Shall we talk about the stand firstly?
Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I'm a big Ping fan. But talk me through it. What's the concept? Why is it so cool?
So what we wanted to do this year was a theme around high performance, like hospitality, and really think about the Olympics and the best sports athlete out there. They didn't become the best overnight. They became the best because every day they woke up early and they changed something in what they do to operate. And it's just this iterative, even it's the same in hospitality. You can't just deploy a new system and then just walk away and think it's done. It's a constant innovation that you have to kind of drive and push for. And that's kind of the theme that we're trying to drive here.
Okay, so replicating that reiteration that you constantly have to go through to stay
Always
relevant,
look for that one thing that makes you a little bit better and challenging. So we're launching a new social media account where I'll be talking through features of the system. Like, did you know you could do this really fun thing with it? And it's just this constant iteration.
So bite-sized education that's digestible for everyone to learn and
Exactly.
accessible for everyone in the industry as well.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay, I love it. So look, let's talk business. It's been an incredibly busy couple of years for Mews. It's such an ambitious and successful company. But if we look at figures, 2024, 100 million in finance you raised, 2025, 75 million.
Yeah.
Just announced not so long ago, 300. So raising the stakes, but I mean, in that time as well, you've got several acquisitions. You've got Hotello, hotel software, data chat, Atomize. I mean, it's slightly endless. That's just a snapshot of a few of them. How has it been navigating this crazy couple of years for you?
I love it. Like, I'm one of those people that gets bored if I do the same thing twice. And I've never experienced that emotion the last 12 years at Mews. But it is intense. Like, it's not free money. When investors come in and they give you money, it's for growth and for innovation. And I think that's the pressure that I feel and that we as a company feel. Like, we are here to change the industry. And what all of these rounds of money say is, like, investors are very excited about the vision that we have. But we have to make it come to life. I can't just build some software and then hope it lands. I have to deeply think about this and really make sure that it actually changes the way that hospitality businesses operate. And it's what's great to see in the last few years that people actually love it and are adopting the innovation and are actually doing something different. When I walk into a hotel lobby today, I can recognize when it's a Mews hotel, and that makes me really happy.
All right, sorry, we were moved, but we're back. We're just having a little tour of how cool the booth is, so it's fantastic, isn't it?
It is so busy that we keep getting pushed to different corners of the booth. It's great.
It's a good problem to have. Yeah. But I have to say, you were talking about, Mews hotels, and the hotel that we're staying at Travolution is got Mews terminals throughout, so that was a great experience to check in, and it was seamless, and there was a person on site to help just in case off chance there was something else I had questions that might be facilitated through the check-in. But I mean, look, it's been a great couple of years. We're talking about the fact that there was, you can't just build something and expect it to work for things. So maybe I would love to explore what your thoughts are on buying versus building. I mean, because there's been quite a few acquisitions with Mews in the last couple of years. So it'd be great to hear what you think about that.
Yeah, we've done about 15 acquisitions so far. I hope it's 15 and that's the number, but it's hard when the numbers add up. And we never wanted to acquire to then leave these systems separate. Like, we always wanted to deeply embed them. And a lot of the work that we've been putting in the last year has been deeply embedding them. So revenue management has always been another platform. But we think that Mews operating system becomes the genuine operating system. So we've now built we have built BI inside the core solution, but also revenue management. So when you as a revenue manager are changing rates, all of your revenue management recommendations should be happening live inside the system. And it's really deeply embedding them. And I think that's really one of the commitments. We don't just buy and then let it sit alone. We really adopt the technology and then bring it together much closer. Because when you start to layer AI on top of that, it will only work if that is with singular platform in a singular system.
And so the end goal to build that end-to-end service and have it completely true throughout with that. It's almost like a one-stop shop, and so hotelier doesn't need to look anywhere else because you are servicing all those needs.
Because it is painful. Like, you come to a vendor and you're like, right, I want to move from my legacy tech into the future, and they're like, great. And now you got to go to 5 or 6 other vendors and have those conversations. And that is really painful. And hoteliers have told us that.
Yeah.
And we've listened, and it's taken us a few years to then bring it together and saying, what are the critical components without which you cannot operate a hotel in the future? And we started bringing those together, but it is hard work to actually bring the tech together. Because yes, they're on different servers and you have to migrate into our server and you have to change the way that it looks and feels and the workflows work. So a lot of investment has gone to that in the last few years.
So on that point, maybe what's been your standout for the past 12 months if it's been such a wild roller coaster?
It's really just like the initial bits with AI that we started infusing. So we as a PMS, we know everything about a guest. And we've never actually done anything with that data. So we just assumed humans would read the notes and would look at previous bills and previous reservations. And actually we use now a large language model to consume all of it. And we give it to the front desk agent saying, are you aware that this customer is lactose intolerant, his dog is called Beyonce? And these little facts that kind of create a moment of connection with a customer. And I think hospitality should be about those moments of connection, and LLMs should be there to drive that. They shouldn't be there to alienate any further. And I think that really was the first step. What we're now doing with those till tips is actually turning them into tasks automatically. So we're using an agent that says, right, I have read that Matt is lactose intolerant. So we will create a task for a housekeeper to change the milk in the minibar fridge to an oat milk, for example. And it's those things that would help anticipate those great guest experiences.
And the thing is, it's not the future, it's the here and now. It's the expectation, the demand is very much, and you're finally, collectively as industry, I hope that we're addressing that need.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to. Okay, so, I mean, Matt, look, I'm a big fan of you on LinkedIn as well. I know a lot of people are. You're very much seen as a well-experienced voice, a thought leader, and, naturally, I would say a visionary. So we'd love to get your thoughts on maybe what is the most pressing thing for us to address for the industry and the hoteliers in mind in 2026, and maybe what you think will be the most pivotal.
I think the biggest shift that is happening is AI, and we can't not talk about it because I sometimes get bored with it. People are like, yeah, it's so overhyped and overmarketed, but it is a critical component because jobs are changing. And we have to think through, what does a future job look like? A revenue manager that used to just look at room revenue and was sitting in Excel sheets becomes a revenue strategist. Our front desk agents that was usually just piping data into a system suddenly becomes a guest experience manager. And it's like thinking through what the job of the future looks like to bring hospitality back. And we haven't done justice to people coming out of hotel schools, coming into hotels, and they thought they were going to go out there and have great experiences. And they're just at a desk entering data into a system. And I think that's the shift we're going through, where hospitality becomes fun again, thanks to LLMs. And I'm hoping that we can take place in that.
And the way it's been democratized means that everyone can be that revenue scientist, that can be that guest experience manager. So it's definitely in the right direction. Talking of right directions then, 2026, what can we expect from Mews? What's the team going to tease us with next?
I think it's really the coming together of all the acquisitions, but also the native products that we've built. I'm not allowed, I like to share, but I'm not allowed to talk too much about it. But when we do Mews Unfold in May, which is our annual event, that's where we will really showcase all of these solutions coming into one singular platform. Because we've always talked about the PMS as this core system, and we've far transcended what is expected of a PMS. But I think once we get to May, people will see like, oh, okay, this is an operating system. This is no longer PMS. And I'm hoping that, when people see it, like, okay, this is next level innovation, where all these pieces coming together with AI layered on top of it is genuinely going to transform the way that business operates.
So right now, not quite unified, not quite there, just still piecing it together slightly, but come May.
Like they're integrated. Like any good marketplace partner, we have all of these solutions deeply integrated, but embedding is different. Embedding means it's part of the native workflows of a revenue manager. So where today a revenue manager will create a rate inside Mews, but then they have to get rate recommendations by going into another platform, that should all be merging into a singular workflow.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still that slight fragmentation, disjoints of going in and out of one, and that's what you want to mitigate and remove completely. Okay, well, look, I don't want to keep you. You're incredibly busy, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you on Travolution's website today. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.